Okay, so this is how you are going to be able to download the master distribution list to your computer. Probably at the top of your inbox is sent around 8:08 this morning. Open up the file. It says download this file for your distribution list. There's a link that will take you to the agenda, but the one you need to get is this file, MBHS Master Contact List. Hit that down arrow to download it. If you're using Google Chrome, which is the preferred web browser on your computer, it's going to end up probably down here at the bottom left of your screen or in your downloads folder. You don't need to open this up. You do need to change the word mail to now contacts, and then we're going to select more, and you're going to import. You need to import that CSV file which you had just downloaded, and I know mine would be in my downloads folder, so there it is right there. I hit open, and then I hit import, and then I should get everyone's names to appear in this list once it gets done loading the file. If you find that it's taking quite a while, you can probably just refresh the page and have it load back up. If you don't see a group, it might be called import a group on today's date, but I already have all my people in this group. So here are all the staff, and let's say I want to make a separate group now. And since I had already imported this, I have doubles of people's names. If you want to fix that, you can just hit find and merge duplicates. And this will go through every duplicate that you have, and it can merge them all together. Alright, so now let's say I want to group a couple people. These are people that I'm going to be contacting all the time. You check off the boxes, you can hit the group here. And maybe I want to create a new group, and I'm going to give it a name. So now whenever I have an email or document, I can just type in video test. If I contact people frequently, I could star them like I would something in my drive. Okay, so we got this group, so now we can see if it works. You can go back to contacts and go to mail. And once we're in mail, I can go to compose something. If I just type in the word video, there's that group. Now the distribution list will go to all those people. You can give it a subject name. You can attach a file. Easy way to share files. A Google document you might already have, or a link, or even a little emoticon. Another thing you can do is if you are in a Google document, such as this one for our agenda, you can hit that share button up top, and you could type in the name of the group for testing. Now if you don't see it, I might have to open up a new one. Let's see if I can maybe make a new document. Let's see if this works. And then same shoulder. Okay, let's try this. So I'm going to share it. Call it video test as well. Alright, let's see if now. Okay, there we go. We just had to refresh it. So video test. Now all 5 of those people can edit the document. This could be a great way you can have all your kids edit a document, or certain groups, or you can make certain small groups. And the sound of the bell is the sound of the time. So you would send it. You can also get an email, and that is it. So that is how you can make a group and share it with your people and your students and other teachers at your school. Hopefully you can use it.
The other thing I wanted to show you was your calendar. If you see your waffle, you can just hit your waffle and you can go to calendar that way. Or I think you could type in calendar.google.com. Pretty much every one of you should have access to my calendar as long as you completed the form for me. So in your address bar up top, you can just type in calendar.google.com, or you can go to your waffle and you go there. But a calendar can also be a great way for you to send stuff to your kids. Like for example, when I made up a calendar called Sign Bo Up as Your Dis, you will see that calendar underneath the box says other calendars. So does anyone see the word other calendars on the bottom left of their screen? Yes. If you see that, hit that little itty bitty triangle next to it. And now you should see contacts, birthdays, holidays. And if you did the steps I sent you last week about the master calendar, you can now get Mr. Porter's calendar on your Google Calendar as well. You also have your own calendar, and you can make a classroom calendar that you invite your kids to. I had one up that I used for my class, and let's say I double click on a space, and let's say my calendar would be, let's say this was my class, and I can invite people on here so that way they'll know when an assignment is due, when they have homework, when we're going on a field trip. So let's see if I can type in a group here. All right, so there we go. I'll type in NBMS, teachers and admin. Goes to all you guys. And when I make a reminder, I can make it be an email 10 minutes before you're due. So if you have a classroom calendar and you want your kids to know when you have an assignment or a quiz, they can be aware. Every time you make something, they're going to get an email. So try to get your kids in the habit of checking their Gmail daily. That way they know when stuff is due, when they can work on things. On October 13th, I will be here with you guys all day. And if you would like me to work with you on that day, you can already see that News Bomber has booked me from 9 to 10, and Ruth booked me from 2:30 to 3:30. If you would like me to work with you on the 13th, which is Teacher Work Day, if you want to have some time, or maybe the department, you want some individual extra help with something, I'll be here on the 13th. But if you want to work with me, just double click on a space on the 13th. Make sure that the calendar says sign Bo up as your DIS. You can give it a unique name up here. You can put the location, you can put your room number. Now DIS is Digital Integration Specialist, so if you want me to be, yeah. So if you want me to work with you, yeah, I know that's the big run-on joke at the DL. It's like, oh, we're DIS.
My colleagues run me off. I don't even look at it.
Okay, so you could see when I'm available.
I think I'm gonna pick on Kelly this time.
Okay. So put me in there. Here's another good thing. You can also add an attachment. Let's say this was my classroom calendar and I wanted them to have a file, like a quiz or homework. I can add an attachment from my Google Drive, or I can upload something. That way they get that email, they click on it, they know, okay, this is due on the 10th, I better work on it. And it would really be useful once you guys can get your parents' emails in too, and they will also be notified. This way you're not doing double, triple the work of doing that extra step. You can put that reminder, and they can have an email sent to them, what, one day before it's due, a couple minutes, a day, a week, whatever. You can even do another reminder, second one. So think about how you could use this in your class. But I think Google Calendar would be really useful to you. Does anyone have any questions about the Google Calendar?